name is Kaylin Thornton, and today I decided to talk to you about how to persevere through favoritism. Favoritism is the act of showing extra attention to others of the same value. Going through favoritism at any given age is very challenging. Being a high school cheerleader myself was especially hard my freshman year. If I had to deal with something like favoritism, it can be hard just to get over it as other people say and just accept it. According to the Demon Tatter article, Is There Favoritism in High School Sports? Jason Smith states, it is difficult to be objective about their own level. Smith says this perfectly in my opinion. When you're not receiving equal treatment from your coach, it can make you feel like you're not good enough. The best way to get through this is to stay as positive as possible and always keep trying and keep your head up. In the article, Favoritism on Academic Issues by Words Expressed, it states, what students hear in their academic careers is why can't you be like them? I personally heard this statement time and time again. Hearing this kind of statement from someone you look up to makes you feel like you're never going to be good enough for them. This can be heartbreaking for some people. As for me, it was. For these types of situations, there's not a lot of others can say or do for you. You just have to take care of you and keep trying. I know in my personal situation, I had to go to the cheer gym and start improving on my skills. Although this may sound crazy, trying not to please or change yourself for others is probably the best advice I can give anyone. I can give anyone experiencing favoritism. I say this because favoritism can cause you to feel self-conscious about yourself. This sometimes leads to you not giving your best performance, in which you have to remember you're just as good as everyone else on your team. In the article, Favoritism in Sports by Gulf Coast Performance says, a handful of coaches only care about their own success, not the success for everyone on the team. Out of all the posts that I researched for this speech, I feel like this one is the most relatable. This happens, unfortunately, a lot. I myself even had a coach that just wanted to make herself look good for everyone else, and behind closed doors, she would always be so negative towards everyone on the cheer squad. The only way I persevered through her worrying only about her own success was by reminding myself that the situation was only temporary and that it would get better. I also constantly told myself that she can and will not define me. Also, that I was stronger than the situation I was walking through. This took me a while to learn and completely understand, because in that moment in life, it made me feel as the whole world was coming to an end. But just remembering those few simple things helped me get through everything so much better. According to the article, How to Deal with Someone Who Blames You for Everything by the editors, it states, when you get blamed for things that are not your fault, it can be very frustrating. This quote speaks on so many volumes. Not being one of my coach's favorites, I was constantly blamed for everything, such as when a stunt fell or just when things weren't going right. It was very difficult to be blamed for things that I knew was not my fault. I always tried my best, but in her eyes, I was still a failure. When these type of things happen, it makes you feel like you can't say how you're feeling or talk about what you think the problem might be. But in the long run, the best thing that you can do is stand up for yourself and make sure that everyone knows that you put in 100% effort no matter what, and never give up. In the end, just remember that you can only take so much to make the favoritism into an equal situation. Also remember that it is never your fault when these type of things happen. Favoritism is never easy and affects every person differently. Another thing is that no favoriting situation is the same. Never let it define who you are or who you will be. Favoritism can be tough, but always remember the grass is greener on the other side. You got this.